Now, says the Shtar Teshuvah Ben Yonah, we're talking about humility. So how do you use your humility in practice? He says the eighth principle of Teshuvah is to behave with humility. He says number one, sign of humility, Shitneheg me'aneh rach. Person should accustom himself to use gentle speech, right? Let's say you have a boss, right? Employee. Boss screams, let's say. How does the employee answer? Quiet, okay, I'm sorry, okay, no problem, I apologize, right? He doesn't scream at you, hey, who are you? Get out of my face, da da da. You don't yell like that at your boss, right? Even though he's wrong, he's still your employee, you know your place. So therefore what? Same thing with us and other people. A person who's humble, even if someone else is screaming, yelling, you answer quietly. You don't answer fire with fire, you're humble. As it says, Ma'aneh rach yeshiv hema. A gentle reply, King Solomon says, gentle reply turns away wrath. Let's say a person screaming at you, and you go and you answer him gentle. He feels foolish for yelling at you. Why? Well, look at such a nice guy. Look how he answers. You know, I should calm down. When people see someone screaming back, then he feels, I need to scream more. When you see him gentle, so I don't need to go and kill him. You know, I need to just relax with him, right? This is a sign of humility, right? The pasuk says in Yeshaya, "Shafalta me'eretz tidbri u'me'afar tesah imratech." You will sink down from the ground. You will speak. Your speech will be downtrodden with the dust, right? So the sign of somebody who speaks with humility is softness. And what's the opposite? Someone who speaks brazenness, right? Someone who's a rich man, he has ga'ava. How does he talk? Alya, hey, chatam brat, like this. You know, he talks like this, like a bazarniki, right? So that's a person who has gava, a person who has humility. How are you? How's everything? Nice to see you today. He doesn't come and the first thing he says to you, pichinks you. Tolste, choyestam, right? He talks like this, like he's in the street, right? So a person says, no, that's gava. That's not humility. Also, practice humility is he should not involve himself wearing fancy clothes and adornments. He should dress in simple garments. As it says, after the Jews sinned the sin of the golden calf, Hashem told them, now remove your jewelry from yourself. Why? As a sign of teshuvah. The sign of teshuvah is, who am I to wear rose gold AP and show everybody like I'm somebody, you know?
Okay.
You have to...
At least I don't do that.
Right. Humility, right? What? It says in the Pasuk Shemot 33:5. Ve'ata hored edecha me'alecha. Now remove your jewelry from yourself. That's what it says. That was a part of the process of their teshuvah. It says Ne'emar be'achav. It says about King Achav. Right? He was wicked and he made everybody do avodah zarah. What does it say? Ve'yalech at ve'ilbesh sak ve'yitzom. He walked around slowly. He dressed in sackcloth. He took off his royal clothing. He put sackcloth, potato sack, like the uncomfortable, hard-feeling sack as clothing, and he fasted. Ve'amar Hashem yitbarach hazeh. Hashem then told Eliyahu Navi, look, harita ki nichna achav. Look, you see, he changed his clothes. That's a sign he's humble now. He's doing teshuvah. That's a sign it's legit. So a person who does teshuvah, he says, I make teshuvah, but he's still blatata. So then it's not teshuvah. It's fake. Real sign of teshuvah, you change the way you dress. You change the way you talk. You change the way you behave.
What about, like, let's say, shoes? Shoes is okay. Gemara says you have to have good shoes.
You have to have good shoes. The question is, there's shoes that I can buy that are good shoes. It doesn't say what brand it is, right? You could buy very, very well-made, Goodyear welted shoes. You know, very professional shoes. It can cost a lot of money too, but nobody has to see which brand it is. You know, even Gucci, even Ferragamo, they sell shoes. It doesn't say a big Ferragamo there. It doesn't say a big Gucci over there. You'll never know. It doesn't say on top because it's tanua. You can have a person who wears. Watch that you could see. Oh, yeah, right. Let's say shirt. It says over here, boss. Here's nowadays, boss also sells shirt that doesn't have boss on the front, and it's still good quality, right? But over there, there's levels to work on. That's why. But again, The main thing is intention. What's the intention? Are you looking for attention? Are you looking for people to, or
Yes.
I'm for myself. Leave me. I'm not here to get people's attention. I don't need people to know what I have.
Yeah.
As long as it's comfortable, I don't care. It says, it doesn't say. That's not for me. That's not the point. So therefore, that's what he says as a sign of teshuvah. Person who does teshuvah, he's humble. He says, I don't need this attention. Who am I to demand this attention from people? I'm nobody. Why do I need this attention from everybody? Why do I need people telling me, oh, he's like this, he's like that? I don't need that. Binyan me'alech at. What does it mean? Acha walked around slowly. Behepech miderech melachim. Usually, how do kings walk? They walk with entourage. They walk with a great bam barabam baram barabam. That's how they come to the thing, right? So therefore, who did he do? When he made teshuvah, he walked around slowly. Nobody was with him. He walked alone. He didn't have to make an entrance every single time. When you make an entrance, it's gava. In our parties, right? We make parties. Why do we need to have entrance? Is halacha somewhere that we need to make an entrance? And now introducing Mr. Da-da-da. Why do we need to do all that? For what? Is halacha somewhere we need to do that? That's called bodigi. It's called gava. It says acha meit teshuvah ve'lech at. He went slow. What does it mean slow? No entourage and no great fanfare. So therefore, humble the way you dress, humble the way you even walk into a party, humble. That's also humility. His eyes should be focused downward. It says on the Yov, he will save those with downcast eyes. Hashem gives special siyata d'shmaya to people who are prostoi, people who are humble, people who are simple. And the people who have gava, they think they have to make all the attention on themselves. Hashem says, me and you cannot live in the same world. Chas v'shalom. V'simanei achna, sign of humbleness. K'mo ma'anei racha, kon hamuch zichat ha'ayin. Yezkiru la'achniat libo. Humble person replies gently, soft voice, casting one's eyes downward, and reminding the person to humble his heart. You go to a shul, you can see who's bodigi, who's not. People come to you, hi, how are you? Where are you from? What do you need? You know what time in high is? You have a place to stay? Oh, my name is so-and-so, nice to meet you. Where are you from? But people who are bodigi just look at you and move on with their life. They say, you come to them and say, excuse me, what do you want? Do I know you? They make you feel uncomfortable. Or they don't even talk to you, right? They make you feel like you're a nobody.
No hi, no
right? No hi, no bye. So therefore he says, these are signs of humility. When you have a soft voice, a person sometimes, you have people who ask you, in your mind it's a silly question. In your mind it's a waste of your time. Okay, I have no time, I gotta go. Even to talk like that to people, I have no time, I gotta go. What do you want from me? Okay, yalla, no, karochi, what do you want? All this way of talking to people, it's lack of humility. It's the gava. I'm more important than him. My time is more important than him, and I don't have patience to listen to him. So a sign of humility is soft voice. Someone yells at you, you don't yell back. You look at downwards, and you don't have to make an entrance. You don't have to make noise, voimeh, every single time you go somewhere. Rather, when you have self-confidence and you realize more important that I should be close to Hashem, and I'm good for myself, then you won't be busy with these things. But people who make big entrances at parties, it's because monkey see, monkey do. Because they don't have self-confidence, they don't think they're good. They need people to tell them they're good. Or they wear brand names and they want everybody to tell them, ooh, this, that. It's because they don't feel good to themselves and they're not close to Hashem. So they need other people to give them hizuk and make them feel like they're special. Even if you spend that money and buy that thing, what are they going to do? Oh, they're going to tell you, nice shirt, nice shoes. For 2 seconds of attention, that's what they give you, and then everybody forgets about it. Nobody tells you anything. In your Yeshua, they're going to say, oh, when he made a party, he always made a crazy party. Oh, whenever he walked around, he always had this nice, oh, he always drove a Bentley. That's why he's a tzaddik. No, nobody says that in Yeshua. Nobody cares about that. At the end of the day, it's Yesara trying to give you gava, and when you have gava, you lose your olam haba. But the person has to know, how do I focus on being simple? And the humble don't stumble. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen.